Not too long ago, in a land not too far away, a young woman who loved being geeky and nerdy sought for an outlet to share her geekiness with the world. Not having too many friends interested in her ranting about things they knew nothing of, she longed for a way to express herself. Then one day, a mentor from her past appeared, and he had discovered YouTube, a place where he could be as weird and as geeky as he pleased. Thus the thought entered the young woman's head, and a new YouTube channel was born.
Hi guys, I'm Rose, and welcome to the inaugural video of my YouTube channel, A Spoonful of Geekiness. And what better way to kick off a channel dedicated to geekiness than a May the 4th be with you tribute. It's literally a day recognized because geeks demanded that it be recognized. Now, I am not a Star Wars diehard. I don't know everything about it. I don't know all the creatures' names or even all the characters' names. But what I do love about Star Wars is that it set the bar so freaking high as far as standards for a femme fatale, which of course is Princess Leia Organa. And obviously, she's one of my favorites. And also, I greatly admire Carrie Fisher, the actress who plays Leia. Now, Carrie Fisher once said in an interview that she did not think that Leia had a lot of depth of character, that she didn't know who she was really as an actress, and, that all she could get from Leia was that her favorite color was white, because she wore it a lot. But I think that she doesn't realize how much she impacted the character, how much of herself she put into being Princess Leia. So, Carrie Fisher is the daughter of another actress that I love dearly, Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds also was a waymaker in the film industry and the entertainment industry. She showed people at the age of 16 and 17 that she could hold her own among incredible dancers and singers like Gene Kelly and Singing in the Rain. Now, that wasn't a great experience for Debbie Reynolds, but she proved that she could do it. And I think her daughter did the same with the role of Princess Leia. It really is the only role that we know her for. She cameoed in some things, but it was normally either as herself or as Princess Leia. So today I'm going to go over just a few of the things that I think make Princess Leia Organa amazing and why I love her and Carrie Fisher so deeply. So to start it off, obviously, I have to cover my personal favorite Leia moment, which is, guessed it, her scene with Jabba the Hutt when she is in her slave Leia costume, which is the most thought of costume. When people think Princess Leia, they either think like the little buns. I don't have long hair, so they're tiny. They either think of those, enormous buns, or they think of the slave costume, which really isn't fair. She didn't have a say in that costume whatsoever. But I love that whole scene because when they start to break out, she just straight up strangles Jabba with the chain he had her bound in, and she literally escapes in an outfit that had no undergarments. Like, dude. She was looking hot and beautiful and badass, and even though she hated the costume, she delivered that scene with such an amazing amount of, being convincing. She was into the character. Also, note on that scene, which also makes it my favorite, is that Carrie Fisher was originally offered a stunt double to do that scene for her, the whole strangling Jabba, and she said no. Because she said that the guy who was in the suit, that he could see all the way up her skirt and could see everything. Because unfortunately, women were still sexified, objectified, and that costume was supposed to be so sexy, and she was not allowed to wear any undergarments. Literally, all she had on with that outfit was tape. Not cool, dudes. But, so Carrie Fisher was pretty upset about that outfit. It's pretty well known that she didn't like it. But during that scene, she refused a stunt double because she wanted to be the one to strangle Jabba herself just for the catharsis of being able to strangle the character who could see all the way down to Venezuela. That's pretty cool. And that whole scene is always in my mind. When I think Princess Leia, I think of either that scene or, which is my second favorite scene, when she simply takes the gun when they're in the very first movie, New Hope, when she takes the gun and starts shooting at the stormtroopers and everyone is just like appalled, and she's like, someone's got to do it. And like, that's such a powerful woman. Princess Leia was never scared of really anything. When she finally, came to terms to the fact that she was in love with Han Solo, she had no doubt in her mind that they were going to get him back. She had no doubt that she would be the one to rescue him, and she was. Leia is a badass, just all the way through all the movies, just ranging from A New Hope all the way to The Rise of Skywalker. And even in those first 3 movies, she was powerful. She grew more powerful, of course, in the newest trilogy. They showed her using the Force a bit more because, think about it, she's the twin of Luke, who's considered one of the best Jedi ever. Her father was Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader. The most powerful Jedi / Sith in existence, like in their recorded history. And we never got to see her use the Force until towards the last movies, which I thought was really cool. I wanted to see her go Jedi training. And apparently that did happen. I don't know if it's canon, but I did read somewhere that she did partially complete Jedi training, but she did not become a full Jedi because that wasn't what she wanted. She was a ruler. She wanted to rule her people, which that in itself says a lot about her character. Carrie Fisher was never disillusioned by the glamour and magic of Hollywood. She never thought for one second that it was going to be magical because she grew up with her mother, Debbie Reynolds, who died way too soon, by the way. And, she was able to watch and learn and realize that show business is first and foremost a job. It's not a fantasy. It's something you work and work and work at until you get it right. And in the end, she got it so right. And I will say, I definitely mourned her passing. I was devastated. Not just because one of my all-time favorite characters is never coming back if they choose to make more movies, but because a great, independent, strong woman passed also. And they gave her a good death in the movies. They gave her every last chance to fight until she had literally no more fight left in her. Even after the death of her brother, spoiler alert, sorry. Even after the death of her brother, she continued on. And there was also the time that she kissed her brother. Oh my gosh, that's a Carrie Fisher moment for me that I love, is they have a picture of the exact moment that Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill found out that they were twins, brother and sister. And their faces were just so horrified. And it was amazing. And that also revealed a softer side of Carrie Fisher, because she always showed a really strong front in all of her interviews and everything she did. She was always very strong, very independent, and very professional. But we also got to see the softer side of her too. We got to see that beautiful picture, which is amazing. We hear stories about her constantly from her co-actors. Mark Hamill once did an interview and was recounting how he had showed her a video of a bad lip reading, which, guys, if you haven't watched the bad lip readings for Star Wars, you gotta. They're hilarious. So he showed her one of these bad lip readings and they just cracked up together. Like, they just totally lost it. And I think that that's amazing. Even though that wasn't captured, it was captured in the mind of Mark Hamill. Though that personality was captured in the memories of everyone who worked with her. And it is such a shame that she is no longer with us. Now, I did ask my friends and family what some of their favorite Princess Leia moments were. And honestly, I was disappointed. They couldn't come up with some good moments. Dudes, like, I'm not a diehard, but I have seen every movie at least twice. And unfortunately, I've seen Phantom Menace way more than twice because it was always on TV. We don't talk about those. And they couldn't think of a single favorite Princess Leia moment? I mean, I have my top two, but then I also have, like, okay, so if we want to go with a top three, for me, my third favorite scene is when she is disguised as one of the traitors and she comes in to rescue Han Solo. Like, she does all the work. It's only after she's done that Luke comes in his all black and it's like, oh yes, I am a super powerful Jedi, even though I disobeyed Yoda and now Yoda died. Luke. No. Anyways, that's my third favorite scene, and they couldn't come up with one? Ah! I was shook. Shooketh. I expect more for my family. Heresy. But in the end, all I knew was I wanted to make this video as your introduction to me and mine to you. I am an incredibly geeky person who loves so much more than Star Wars. So this is my introduction to the world of YouTube and my hello to you, and hopefully so that you get to know me and maybe even subscribe, because I will have new content coming soon. I have so many ideas in my head that it's kind of ridiculous, but they're there. They're gonna thrive. I'm finally found an outlet where I can be as geeky and weird as I want. It's awesome. So, to conclude, may you always have a spoonful of geekiness in every day. And as a madman in a box once said, run fast, laugh hard, and be kind. And I think you would agree with me in saying today, may the 4th be with you. Bye!
A blooper and an ADHD rant about porgs for your enjoyment.
Obviously, as you can see, I love porgs. Have this porg, that's Puddle. Have my shoulder porg, that's Piddle. And then I have this porg up here that holds my makeup brushes. This one doesn't have a name. I got this one at Disneyland in the Star Wars land with the special drink that came with it. By the way, super good. If you want to spend $50 for a good drink and an adorable souvenir, totally go for it. I mean, I was on holiday and I was just like, I need this in my life. And now it holds my makeup brushes. I love it. So obviously, porgs are my favorite. I also really like Ewoks, but for I also really like Ewoks, but for whatever reason, I cannot find an Ewok stuffed animal that doesn't look just absolutely terrifying. I don't know why. Like, they're literally stuffed costumes. Why can't you recreate it without terrifying me? So, on the hunt for a perfect Ewok.